Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Clementine here. I want to show y'all a couple cool Thor tricks I like to do that helps me win a lot more of my ranked games. I'm currently GM2, so I think I'm pretty good at this game. The first thing I want to talk about is that whenever you're using your shift on an enemy, you can quickly look up or down to change your trajectory. Like normally if I push her, we go forward, right? But if I just look straight upward while I go at her, like this, then we don't move as far. We go straight upward. This is really good if like I don't want to be in a bad position. A lot of times it's really okay to push people around, but it sucks whenever you're in that bad position. If I'm pushing people and I'm in a bad spot, they can easily, like let's say Black Widow, she could do her E on me, and then she gets the kick, I'm stunned, her team focuses me, that's bad. If I do something like this and just go straight down, then I can keep her in the same spot and then continue doing my melees and get the kill on her. This is also really good for tanks if you just want to get that quick burst of stun and just keep them out of the game as much as possible. Because doing your shift into tanks is really good. It's really good for displacement, really good at just pushing them around. So being able to kind of push them wherever you want them, putting them in the air, kind of just putting them in a spot, it's always beneficial for you. The next main tip you really want to get down is that after you do your push, you have 3 melee swings worth of time to be able to push again. So if I push this brute, I have 3 melee swings worth of time before I get my push cooldown back. This is just a really good thing to keep in mind so you can kind of just autopilot and really just keep pushing them around. Again, this is really good against tanks if you're trying to displace them into your team, or if you're just trying to win a 1v1, as doing your shift does grant you an extra 75 overhealth. It's just how to maximize the amount of overhealth you have at all times, because Thor has really bad survivability issues. Thirdly, Thor is really good at trying to deal with divers with his shift. You can kind of just keep pushing them around, especially for Spider-Man, who's very easy to catch out of his dives. It's very easy to just push them around and mess up their cooldowns. Black Panther, you can interrupt him during his dash and mess up his dash cooldown reset. It's a very good tool that a lot of people don't really utilize on Thor. Everyone just wants to flank around, get kills, but Thor is actually very good at peeling for his team when used correctly. And finally, against tanks, when you are on the front line trying to deal some really good frontline pressure, I'm going to use Groot for example here, you can very easily chain all of your lightning bolts together. Just right there, right click into my E, gets it back for me. Very, very quick, very easy. I go and hit shift, get that. I have my right click back already off cooldown. Because your right click cooldown is exactly the same as your Thor Force ability. They're both 6-second cooldowns, and since your Aura Sphere is 12 seconds, you'll want to intermittent that with your shift. So instead of doing your combo like this, let's exit, we do right click into E to get our full Thor Force back, pop it again. Once I come back out of this, we're gonna melee, right click, and then shift, and I have my Thor Force back to keep comboing it. It's just how to keep the maximum uptime on that ability, because especially if you are on the front line and you have your healers who are supporting you, you are gonna mainly want to stay in that Rune Awakening form to ensure that you get a lot of final blows. Lastly, if you notice that your team is losing and you're on Thor and they're asking you to swap to maybe a better tank, tell them that they are just not worthy to carry this hammer and that they need to get better.